Facebook world. We're on live. I've got a special guest with me today. We'll wait a few minutes until it activates and we know that I'm on live. So if you're on live, go ahead and throw me some hearts or likes so I can know that we're good to go. Okay, there we go. We've got some viewers jumping on. If you're on, go ahead and throw us some likes or hearts so that we know you're on. I've got a special guest today. So this is the 6th episode of Wellness Wednesday, and I'm actually up in Chicago right now. Came up here for the week to work up here with my mom. Hi, Laura. Laura's on. And staying at my mom's house. And then my best friend's getting married this weekend, so I'm going to go head over with her starting tomorrow. It's really fun. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to interview one of my fellow fitpreneurs, my mother. So awesome. Hey, Mare. Hey, Laura. Let's see. Oh, good. Rachel's on. Hi, Rachel. Hi, girls. We'll get started here in just a minute or so. Let's see. So yes, this is the 6th episode of Wellness Wednesday. So moving forward, guys, feel free. You guys have been great at sending me topics. That's how I got the hydration one, how we did what a perfect meal should look like. Those were all from you guys. So feel free to continue to send us topics. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so like I said, I'm actually tuning in from Chicago this week. Flew up here back home for the week. I've got my best friend's wedding is this weekend, so tomorrow I'm meeting up with her, and came up early to spend the week with my mom. I'm actually at her house, and I thought, why not interview my mother? Because
surprise,
I kind of threw it on her, and she's a little nervous. She's never done Facebook Live, so throw her some hearts for sure. She's a little nervous, but my mom is a prime example for someone who in her 30s through her 40s really came onto fitness a little later in life and really grabbed a hold of it and turned it into a career. And now she's an example for women being fit and fab after 50. That's her brand name. And she's had 4 children, and it has a wealth of knowledge. She actually went back to school. This is her 2nd career, and she'll tell you more of her story. She's a U.S. Olympic lifting coach, Russian kettlebell specialist, highly knowledgeable in nutrition, just a wealth of knowledge. She's a mom, so she's got that whole bucket of experience, us 4 crazy kids. So, Mom, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody just a little bit about your background in the fitness journey and like your story, your fitness journey. Like, how did you get to the point that you're at now at age 56?
Just turned 56 last week.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so like lots of moms in my younger years, I was working, had 2 kids at home, stressed a little bit to say the least, and I wasn't really invested in myself. So when I turned about 36, I was pregnant with my 3rd child, Aiden, and I decided I actually wanted a change in my life. I wanted a healthier journey, and especially with that pregnancy, I wanted to take charge of it and do it my own way. My first 2 pregnancies were great and beautiful, and everything was perfect, but
not me.
Actually, Lucy was my C-section, my first, but it was still beautiful and perfect. But with Aiden, I wanted to do it my way, and I decided I would learn everything I could about natural birth, and I wanted a home birth, and so I went ahead and did that. And it was such a powerful experience for me. I realized that if I can learn and educate and change my mind, or not change my mind, but get my mind right, that I could do anything I wanted with my body. So it was really that mind-body connection and mind over body. So I went on and had him at home, and it was a beautiful experience. Lucy was there.
I was there.
I think you actually cut his cord, didn't you?
I cut Aiden's umbilical cord, and Quinn cut Annie's. Yeah.
So that was just a very empowering experience for me as a woman, and I realized, that that health and educating myself were very important, and I went on to do more of that, and that's what really got me into the fitness industry, and I haven't stopped. And it really is, for me, a lot about the mindset and getting the mind right, and that mindset journey never ends.
Yeah, and I remember too, my mom, I don't have any children yet, and don't get excited, but in the somewhat near future, that's something that Brett and I definitely, that road we want to go down, obviously. And I remember when my mom, because I was 10 when Aiden was born, so I was very much at an age where I was taking everything in and understood completely what was going on. My little sister was born when I was 13, and I remember the book that you were reading was Mind Over Labor, and how it started with the mindset. And that's something I talk a lot about, with the members on our team and in our business now. And the other thing too that she probably won't tell you is that this is her second career. So in her 20s, when I was young, and that's what I talk about, where I really feel that the entrepreneur spirit was planted in me. Both my parents have always owned their own businesses. So my mom was hustling in her 20s and ran 2 really successful retail businesses throughout, the 90s and into about 22 years.
2006. I sold Lucy Q and I closed down Cottage House 2009. Yeah, for 18 years.
18 years.
Retail, yeah.
So she had a whole career and then kind of reinvented herself in the fitness industry. And now you still work with women and specifically are really developing your niche for pre and postnatal women and really rebuilding their core. Their pelvic floor and their core, because that's so important post-labor to develop the core properly again. So that's what she's specializing in now. But, you're 56, you're really fit, and you eat healthy consistently. I mean, that's been an example in pretty much my entire adult life. What to you matters the most at this age, and what do you think is most important? Because I think some people lose track of what they like to do and what's really important, like what's the priority list of things that you should be taking care of, but then also, what matters the most, like enjoyment, mindset, lifestyle, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So what have you found at this age is important to focus on?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, always it's mindset. Mindset matters most. If you can get it right in your mind, you can get it right in your body. So the mindset comes first, and then finding the tools to get the mindset right, whether it's somebody that can help you with that, a life coach, a health coach, a wellness coach, or a group of people that you're involved with that can help you get your mindset in the right place. That to me has been so important. From there, then there's fitness, exercising. I always say, exercise more days of the week than not. So maybe 4 to 5 days a week. For women my age, I say you don't have to kill yourself in the gym anymore. Yeah. That's the softer, gentler me.
She's had like an evolution in your philosophy too recently.
Yeah. A few years ago I was all about, balls to the wall, killing the gym, all out. But I've changed that a little bit. Just get out there and do what you like to do as far as movement. Whether it's, a good brisk walk. My new favorite thing to do is grab my kettlebell, a 20-pound or a 26-pound kettlebell, and I go for a 2-mile walk and walk up and down steps and stop along the way and do some presses or some rows. Nutrition, of course, is a big part of it, getting the nutrition right. and also meditation, sleep.
Are we still live? Okay, good. Of course.
Call came in.
Call came in. Leave it up to my father. I hope that didn't interrupt the...
Maybe he's watching us.
I don't think he knows how to do Facebook. I hope that didn't interrupt the recording. We still have some people on. Let's see. If you're on, go ahead and send us some hearts or something so I know that we're live.
Still there.
Sorry guys, my dad loves to jump in, it seems like, whenever
time.
I'm doing Facebook
Always.
Live. Oh good, Charlene's there. Okay, good, awesome. So what we were just wrapping up is, oh good, Rachel, okay, awesome. So my mom was just wrapping up about how her philosophy's changed a lot, and I've been front row seat to that. I think both of us were very regimented a few years ago in how we believed training had to be done. And now I think we've both adopted more of a balanced approach, and we've realized through working with hundreds and hundreds of people is how everybody's body is so different. And so that's what we were wrapping up when that call came in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other big thing I want to talk about with my mom is prior to the last 6 months,
4 months. 4 months.
Both of her and I, through our nutritional cleansing program, have coached paleo-style eating. That's something that, our grocery list still contains. And she's recently had a switch 4 months ago and gone completely plant-based diet and is now a vegan. So I want her to talk a little bit about that because I know that it intrigues a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't know quite where they stand with it, or maybe they're thinking about it. So I really want you to share, just why you went from such a paleo lifestyle. Really what paleo is, for people that don't know, is meat. It's meats, and no grains, no legumes, no dairy. So it's really meat and vegetables and like root starches.
Eggs, lots of eggs.
Eggs, things like that. And now she's had to completely, in the last 4 months, reconfigure and go switch to more plant-based. So I want you to talk a little about that. First, why did you go vegan?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very passionate about this.
Yeah, I absolutely came at it from a humane standpoint, from compassion for animals and saving animals' lives by not eating them. And from there, the next most important thing probably to me is our planet. And how much healthier our planet would be if we all ate a plant-based diet. And then third, really, is the health aspect of it. So it's really a three-pronged approach. So was there something particularly that you read or watched and you were like, yeah,
that was the determining factor?
Yeah, cowspiracy.
Cowspiracy. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I have not watched that.
I remember the date I watched it. And
yeah,
I had actually in January for New Year's I had decided to try a more plant-based approach to eating. I was a big meat eater.
Yeah, for
a lot of years, and I started to have issues with it. My sister has been vegan for 8 years. And she is recently, in the last 2 years, on social media, so I've been following her. And a lot of the things she posts really started to resonate with me. And, I thought, wow, how can I be eating this but still feel this way about animals? And so I decided in January to try more of a plant-based. And then in early February, I did watch Cowspiracy, and that really changed everything for me.
Okay, yeah. So what have you noticed has been like the hardest part of the transition? And I'm guessing I know what the best part is knowing that you're contributing in a different way now.
Absolutely.
But what has been the trickiest thing? Because it's a huge shift in your diet.
It's huge. Well, I was already at paleo. We were already dairy-free anyway. So I think for a lot of people, that's really a hard sticking point to veganism. So I hadn't been eating dairy anyway. So it was really basically taking the meat out and adding a little bit more grains and beans back into my diet. The hardest part was actually adding the beans and grains back in. At first I had definitely some digestive issues with that, but I've worked through that. Also eating out is a little bit difficult, but it's fun because you find restaurants, new fun restaurants. We just in Chicago went down to Chicago Diner a few weeks ago. It's a great vegan restaurant down in Boys Town in Chicago. But yeah, there really hasn't been many drawbacks at all. I've adjusted really well to it. People say my skin is glowing, my hair looks better.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Okay, so give them some resources because I know a lot of people think about it. So I guess what's your first resource? That book?
Yes.
Okay.
Meatless by Christy Middleton. She actually, I think she signed this one over. She signed this to me, yes.
Aww.
Yeah, my sister actually got this for me. And this is a great resource, really is. Whether you want to try veganism, vegetarianism, or more of just a plant-based diet, this is a great book. It's really a guide to taking meat out of your diet and how to do that in a step-by-step way. She actually says transform the way you eat and live one meal at a time.
Oh, so she breaks it down for you.
Yes.
So that book is called Meatless, and I'll drop it in the comments.
Yeah.
By Christy Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
And then what other resources? I know you've tried.
Another great one is it's the Vegan Starter Kit. I don't know if I think it's at vegankit.com.
Vegankit.com.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's also another great resource. And there's some great movies out there too. Forks Over Knives, Vegucated, and I said Cowspiracy, and me.
Yeah.
Now.
So that's the other thing that I want to get out there is how you can follow my mom, because we all know someone that's in this phase of life. She's got 4 kids and still is passionate about helping women in this phase of life still feel fit and fabulous. Trust me, my mom loves her glass of Prosecco. So
oh yeah.
It's all about being fabulous too. So
right.
you can follow her on Instagram
at Cecily Casey.
And I've tagged her here, so it's just her full name at Cecily, Cecily, Casey, Casey, and she's also on Facebook too.
Facebook at Cecily Casey, and then also at Fit Fab After 50.
Yes, she has a Facebook page, Fit Fab After 50. Another cool thing that she's done, and then we'll wrap it up because I could talk forever, is so after my wedding, I'll be married 2 years. I'm like, oh, how long have I been married? 2 years in September.
Remember my hair?
Yeah, and so she decided to stop dyeing her hair due to the chemicals that are on her scalp, and at this point you have to go every 3 weeks to get your color touched up, and so she post, I guess, on Facebook.
Yeah, just sort of recorded my journey a little bit on Facebook,
yeah.
And I need to actually add a lot more into that because I've actually been on Instagram a little bit more with it, but I'll go back to my Fit Fab After 50 Facebook page and put a little bit more on there. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been almost 2 years, and I'm at the jawline.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I know that I even have some friends back in Texas. Gina's one of them. She's not on Facebook, but she is on Instagram, who did the same thing. So this whole growing out your hair, stop dyeing it, and all of that is a trend as well.
It really is about less is more, I think, as we own our age and grow into our age. I like to show my age. I don't want to cover up my age. I'm proud of my age. I always say #AgeProud.
Yeah. She's very good with Instagram. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them down. Again, you can follow my mom over on Instagram at Cecily Casey. It's her name, at Cecily Casey. I tagged her Fit Fab After 50 page in here, and then I also tagged her Facebook. And also, guys, any topics, please send them my way because I'd love to cover whatever you guys have questions about. So, thanks, Shar. We miss you too.
Hi, Shar.
Thanks for watching and tuning in. Hi, Brett.
Hi, Brett.
He's at the Metallica concert tonight.
Oh, woo.
I hope you're not tuning in for Metallica. Talking about Fit Fab After 50.
So, hey, I like Metallica.
Yeah, she does like Metallica. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for jumping on, and I will see you next week. Make sure you go follow my mom, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.